Um, right. So let me open the file for Hangouts. Okay. Can you see the screen well?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the font size is good and everything's good.
yeah. It's all good.
All right, excellent. So what we have here is I've been working with this Hangouts feature, which you well know about. And I started with writing different features for different scenarios for this thing. Let me just uncomment this. So if you just look at this, what I have here, well, basically, I've been putting down all the ideas I have about this Hangouts feature. So,
Okay.
like, for example, given the Hangout, well, when I go to the event page, I should see the Hangout button. If the Hangout has been set up, then I should see the status window with all the different stats for the Hangout. I should see the link to the YouTube video. I should see the link to Hangout. I should see the embedded YouTube player. I want to hide the Hangout button when the Hangout starts. I want to update the Hangout participants when people come in and leave, so that is updated on the screen. I want to update the duration of the Hangout, and I want to have clickable avatars for the participants, so you could actually see who's in, click on the guy, and read his profile. So basically, this is all my ideas, and I've been implementing them step by step. And to be honest, I forgot about the idea of MVP, the minimum viable product, like to make it absolutely small, the smallest possible. So what I want to do now, I want to refactor. What I've done at the moment is I have rolled back all my commits, and I have all these files which have been changed, and I want to sort of you know reorganize them in different commits. And in fact, this is I've branched off my branch. I have this main branch for Hangouts, which is called Hangouts Full, with all the features in it. I have branched off, and now I want to extract all the sort of unnecessary for the moment stuff.
Uh-huh.
Right. So let me see. How should I do this? Right. I can split the screen like this. I'll just share the screen so you can see the test string in the background. So we start God. You familiar with God?
No.
Well, God is a simple application which basically works in your project directory, and whenever any file changes, it
Okay.
runs the commands you want it to run.
Okay.
Basically, usually we want it to run the cucumber tests and the aspect tests.
Okay.
So, so let's start deleting, which is kind of painful.
I agree.
So basically, if I see this file now, I should see that you should see. Okay,
You're
the
breaking
tests
up.
are failing.
You're breaking up sometimes, Yarrow.
Really? Yeah, could be.
Okay.
Right. I'm trying to run the. Well, my guard is failing for some reason. That's probably because I was rolling my commits back. Let's just check what's going on here. Understand like you cover this manually with the guard to see if it's working. So
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
I'm just all right. I'm just seeing if my test suite is running, and it
Oh,
isn't for some reason.
right.
Um, and I wonder. Why? Okay, the Zeus server is started. This server is started. Let's restart the Zeus server. Zeus server, which is on the left, is the program which spits out its every time I test. It fires up fails over in a set of thread, and that is all the time. So what it does is it fires up fails in the background. So whenever you run test, you connect to that Zeus server. You don't fork a new one.
Okay.
That helps to speed things up. Now, why is my... Oh, I see what the problem is. Right. Okay, the problem is in my contests, which I've brought here. We're going to do anyway, so I might just as well delete them. Okay, that should help.
Okay.
Are you familiar with V?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that question.
I'm breaking up that badly. Yeah, that's a shame.
Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not.
Right. Right. Well, this time I think it could be the problem with the fact that I'm hosting the Hangout. I'm doing the screen share at the same time because my upload speed is quite low. Next time we can use Teammate to sort of directly connect to the console. Then we don't have to do screen share. But anyway, you can see the tests. Some tests are passing, some tests don't. So now I'm going to delete line by line things which I don't need. So I'm going to delete this requirement not to see the Hangout button when I start the Hangout. I'm going to delete the requirement for embedded YouTube player. Now we don't have the YouTube link just now, so we're going to delete that.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so our scenarios are passing then. And now I'm going to delete some things which are not needed here. So, what Sam has asked me, basically all he wants at the moment is just to have a link to the Scrum event. That's it. He doesn't want to have anything else. For this first iteration of the product, we just want the link, nothing else.
Okay.
So, let's do that. Then we delete this line. Okay, we need the Hangout link. We delete this. Okay, and we don't need well, this is all we need. So, given I have the Hangout started, when I go to the page, I want to see the click to join the Hangout for the event Scrum. Right, and it's failing. Undefined method empty for nil class. Oh, I see. I see. Right. Because I have implemented the display of all these different attributes, and I'm not supplying these attributes anymore.
Uh-huh.
So that's why it is failing. So I'm just going to leave these things here for a while. Oops. Okay, it is possible. So the next thing is I have quite a few steps for the Hangout features. These are all the different steps I would to check if to check my scenarios, and I'm going to delete some of them which I don't need for the moment.
Okay.
So I should see the Hangout button. Yes, we need that. Given the Hangout for event has been started, we can do this. I should say Hangout link. We need that. So YouTube link. We delete this. I should see Hangout details. We do need. The Hangout event has been started. Da, 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 da. Okay. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need all this. I've missed out an end somewhere.
It's not happy.
Oh no, I've missed out a bracket. Okay. Okay, now it's complaining that I don't have all those steps which I have deleted. So I might as well delete this. Then I should see the Hangout link, click to join the Hangout for events Scrum. Now, why is this failing? I expected to see link, but there is no link. Let's see. I've deleted something which was rendering the link. It is here. Given I start the Scrum with this Hangout link, when I'm on the page, then I should see a Hangout link, click to join Hangout. Why is it failing? Let's see. Okay, so this step here, what happens here is we have this step given the Hangout for the event Scrum, and we're supplying the details in a table. So what I'm doing here is, let me just do a split window for you to see. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're taking this table, which we're supplying, we're sort of turning it around, transposing it, and then right, and then we're getting the details from that table, and then we're saving those details. We're saving those details in the videos table. Right, actually, we don't need this either for this moment. Right, event find by name, event name, we're supplying the event scrum. It's here. Okay, create a UID. Should work. But it's not. Now, what have I deleted?
Can you do a diff on the
Yeah.
step definitions? Okay.
I think I'll just undo.
Okay.
Okay, it is possible. So, what have I deleted? Now, we don't need this. Oh, I see. I remember now. I remember. Thing is, I only render the details, and that is the link, when the status of the Hangout is in progress. Because if it hasn't started, there is no point rendering the link.
Okay.
Right. So, delete this. Don't need this. Don't need this for now.
So video is a model that you created. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, we'll just get to it. I mean, as soon as as soon as I delete this, we'll get to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't work again. So maybe you
I
need
forgot
some of
another
those
thing.
nodes, right?
That's all we need. Well.
Okay.
Okay. So we need in progress. We need Hangout URL, and we don't need anything else. So delete this. Okay. Now once again, do this. Okay.
Looks good.
So the cucumber thing is finished, and now I'm going to commit this, like kind of I did this first.
Okay.
So I'll open up my Git status, and then we need to commit the where is it? Hangouts feature. Hangouts feature. So we need to commit the feature file, and we need to commit the steps. That's it. Those two files. So I'm going to commit those. Added feature to render link. Okay. Committed. Okay, so the next thing, after having the features done, it would fail because we don't have the show views in place. So let's go to show views and refactor those. So I'm going to open up the show view for event scrub, that is. Now I need to find it, articles, users. Ah, that's it, that's here. Okay, that's the spec. That's the spec for it. Let's do a split. Let's open. So this is the view for the events thing, and this is the spec for events. Now I want to do exactly the same thing. I want to clean out all the stuff we don't need for this exact moment. So let's start from expectations. Now, my first expectation is renders Hangout status section if the Hangout has started. Okay, we need that. Now, does render Hangout status section if the Hangout hasn't started? Should we leave that for the moment? I guess why not? Let's just leave it started there. Now, it renders Hangout details headings. Now, we don't need these headings anymore. We just need the link. So I'm going to delete these expectations here. And now out of all these expectations, all I need is click to join the Hangout.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my own expectation. Let's save. Okay, it is possible.
Oh.
Now, let's see if I need to clean up anything in the view itself. Right, this is old link to edit. Now, I'm rendering a partial. A partial includes all the stuff for...
Okay.
Now, let me start from the beginning. Where's the Hangout button? Ah, right, okay. So for the Hangout button, I'm rendering a partial which is called Shared Hangouts. Into that partial, I'm passing the event ID, and I'm passing the event name dash and the current schedule thing.
Okay.
Now, for some reason, there is a mistake here. It should be like this. Right? We need a hash sign here, and we need a hash sign here. Right. All right. So we need this. We're not going to delete it. And then for the status section, the one which shows all the details of the Hangout, I'm rendering another partial, and I'm passing the as a parameter, I'm passing the video to render the details for. And I'm doing that only if the video has started, if the Hangout has started.
Okay.
So I'm pretty suggested I rename all the videos into Hangouts, and I want to do that, but just later when I extract all the unnecessary stuff, so I don't do too much renaming. But that's it. So nothing to do here. Now let's see. The next thing we should do is go to check our other views, and in this case partials. So I'm going to open up this shared Hangouts partial,
Okay.
which is this one here. And what it does is basically it puts an embedded JavaScript code inline to render the button. For the moment, I'm doing it inline, so not to complicate it too much, because another way would be putting the script into the headers, or in fact, putting the script into headers and into a file, which gets pulled in when the page is rendered. We can do that later when it's working.
Okay.
So let's see what's happening here. Well, one thing I want to do here straight away is so one thing I want to do here straight away, I'm using concatenation here with pluses, and it's better to use the Ruby way to do the interpolation, that is. So we need something like this.
Okay.
So I will need this.
What editor are you using?
Vim, V-I-M.
Okay, I thought so. Okay. Yeah, I just bought Ruby Mine, so I wouldn't have to learn a good learn all the.
All my life I've been using the IDEs and like Visual Studio for quite some time, and then I switched to RubyMine and I loved it, and then I switched to Vim, and suddenly I realized now this is just so cool.
Really? Okay.
It really kicks ass. I mean, once you learn it, it really kicks ass, honestly.
Okay.
So this is just a little refactoring which I've done here because somebody was telling me about this. Now, right. What's this?
When do you need to do a percent equal? I forget. Bracket percent equal. Yeah.
Are you in here?
Yeah, you don't need to do that for this? I don't remember.
All right. You need the percent equal when you want the output to be put back into the page. Like here, I do percent equal JavaScript tag because I want to place the output into the page. Now, if we want just to do some Ruby stuff, we don't want to output into the page, we just do without equal.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see if our tests are running after my little refactoring here. Now, the great thing about tests is that we can refactor safely, of course. And I've got it all covered by tests at the moment. No idea, why is it taking so much time? Should have been a bit quicker. Okay, the tests are passing, that's good. So, now then, let's go to the other partial. Now, should I delete anything from here? No, I shouldn't, because I'm telling Google to render Hangout I'm passing the topic name inside the Hangout, and I'm passing the callback URL. And that is the URL which the Hangout application uses to report back the status of the Hangout back to our server.
Okay. Cool.
Right. Okay. Let me just check, just in case that that this is working well. Oops. How is this? I just want to double check that the callback URL is calculated correctly.
That'll dump it in the console window?
Yeah, well, it should dump it into the test. Because the test is running the code, so it's going to catch that output.
Okay.
And show it to us.
Didn't know you could do that. Cool.
Except that I don't see it. Should display event information. Okay, maybe it's one of those cases when you do need an equal sign.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm not a fan of ERB, this ERB syntax. I much more prefer the Haml.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I read that I don't think Hamel's supported with Ruby 2.1 or there was something I read that made me think it wasn't compatible with newer versions.
Really?
But,
That's quite surprising because Haml is, I mean, is quite a standard, I guess, nowadays for many people. Right. Well, I have no idea why it doesn't output into the console.
okay.
Another way of doing this. Another way of doing this is just putting a debugger here.
Oh.
Now we should see the debugger interrupt the execution in the test window. And it's not. For some reason, this doesn't get hit by the test. For some reason.
You think maybe it's because it's inside of JavaScript? Maybe it doesn't work the same way, or you think it should? I don't know.
No. It should be. I mean, certainly it should be rendered. That's for sure.
Oh.
Let's check. So,
Do you think this code isn't even being hit? Period, huh?
Well, it could be just the way the tests are being run. So, it doesn't render the Hangouts section if it hasn't started. Okay. So, I mean, but this is the button, so it should be rendered anyway. Well, I'm sure I did have a test for this, but where? I wonder. Where did I have the test for this? I'm just checking in the browser if the button is being rendered, if I can see it. All right. Right. I'm checking the browser, and the debugger has actually fired up on the server. You see the debugger here?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's on the server. So it wasn't hit by the test, but it is being hit by the browser. Okay,
Okay.
but what I wanted to check the value of that callback URL
Uh-huh.
thing, and the value is absolutely correct. It's the HTTP, the server name, the HO service, the service which is waiting for the data from the Hangout app, and the ID of the video that we're receiving.
Great.
So this is working fine. I mean, another question is, why is it not being hit by a test? But
Hmm.
okay, we'll work it out. I mean, we'll work it out later,
You think there just isn't a
as
test?
long as this is working. I'm pretty sure I wrote a test for that because that's quite an important piece. If you don't put the values right for the Google Hangout, it doesn't render correct. In fact, in most cases, you just don't see the button at all. I mean, it's really picky about it. Okay, now let's see the other partial. The other partial is rendering the status. Now, as we have discussed, we don't need any details. All we want is the click to join Hangout button. So I'm going to delete all this here and just leave the button here. And that should. Okay, now of course my test will fail now because in my test I have a lot of expectations about all kinds of stuff. But I actually deleted some of them, so it might pass.
My pass, yeah.
Okay, so they're passing. Okay, that's good. That's good. So I can delete this unneeded data that I'm stamping out. So delete host, delete YouTube ID, create it, delete. Now we need started, and we don't need live. Okay. Oh yeah, save again. I wonder if my test settings will become that cover rules. You see, it's starting up cover rules every time the test is done.
You're fading out again. I didn't understand that.
Don't worry, I was just chatting away.
Okay. So these are our spec tests now. Is that right?
These are the aspect tests for the view, the so-called show spec.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I've cleaned this up. Now, in order for this to work, we would need to go to the controller spec and write some requirements there. So let's go there. We need the events controller. We need the events controller spec here, and we would need the events controller itself here. Okay, that's it. So this is our events controller, which is full of all kinds of stuff. But my stuff is at the bottom here, which is, oh, in fact, no. I mean, the events controller about is its job when it does the show. Now the show is here, and all I'm doing here in the events controller is just finding the video which is associated with this event.
Okay.
So this is my video here. I'm finding by event ID. This is it. So I need this, and I have a check for that in the controller somewhere. Let's see. Here. It assigns associated videos. So video, find the video, assigns to video. Okay. So let's just check if this is working. Okay, it is. Fine, time to commit.
Okay.
So I want to commit. What I want to commit. I want to commit. Um, what do I want to commit? Okay, the first thing we changed was the show view for there. No, I don't want to commit just yet. Um, Let me think about it. There's another thing. When I was adding my stuff, I actually deleted some of the old stuff which was on the page, like the button for entering the Hangout link manually. And for this minimal viable product, I need to leave that functionality in place.
Which
So what
button?
I'm going to do now is
Okay.
the button to enter the Hangout link manually.
Okay.
It is there before. It was there before.
Are
So
you
what
run
I'm going to do is I need to. Sorry.
Oh, are you running in the browser? Is that how you noticed that you're missing that button?
Oh no, I know that I have deleted it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it might not be a bad.
I'll show you.
Well,
So
okay. Go ahead.
I, I will. I have a div here. Okay, this is a div of the file before and the file now. So
Okay.
on the right side, this is the file. This is the file now, which is my file here, and this is the file before. And I have deleted all kinds of stuff from this file before. So now I'm going to put it back.
Okay.
Um, okay, so let's see. Okay, this hasn't changed much. This was just a blank line. Okay, so I deleted all this stuff here and I replaced it by a partial. And I deleted some script here as well. So let's put it back. I think I'll just put it back manually. So I select all this. Okay. And I put it back in here. In fact, it would be easier. I just do this. Okay, this is the old stuff which was here. You see it's a div, and I have my partial inside this div, and the guys had this partial inside here. Well, they had all this code inside here. So let's put it back then. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my partial. Well, actually, I'll just leave it here. I'll just leave here this partial, and let's have another div here. I just don't need this tag here. Okay. Just reformat this a little bit. Okay, so this is the stuff which was here before. I put it back in. Okay, and now let's see how our tests feel.
Okay.
Good. I'm just going to see what it looks like in the browser.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see too. Curious.
Thing is, I have two monitors, and I can
Oh,
on
okay.
this version of Ubuntu, I can only share one monitor, so I have to jump between the windows. But that's okay.
Okay.
I'll just share that. How can I say that? Okay. Oh, right. Not working, is it? Let's see. Oh, oops. Hmm. Undefined variable event. What's that? And it is happening in, right, where is it happening? It is happening in my Hangouts.
Yeah, this was the code
Now,
you just changed, right?
let's see. I'm passing the ID to my Hangout, and for some reason, event name is not defined. Ah, right. Right. You can probably see the event name. The event name should be with the @ sign,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which I accidentally deleted. And you see when I was talking about the test not hitting this portion of code,
Uh-huh.
this code is not working, and the test wasn't hitting. And I'm surprised. Do you know what test is? Okay, this is it. So this is my stuff here, which I have added, the link to the Hangout, right?
Okay.
And this edit button is what was here before, something that you can update manually if you want to.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Right, and we have our button here. Actually, let's press it and see what happens. You cannot see it because it's on another screen, but it is getting started. Okay, it is working.
Yeah. Look at that. Nice.
Fine. Yes, so let's go back to my editor. Okay, so let's see. Let's do a diff again and see if there is anything else I have missed.
Oh, can you switch screens for me again?
Oh, I haven't. I'm sure I have. Ah, it will take some time to get
Okay.
to you. I have done it already. But tell me if it doesn't.
It still hasn't.
Can you not see it? Still hasn't, really. Okay, let me reshare it then. It actually happens quite often to Hangouts that the screen sharing doesn't work. The best thing is to press F5 to reload the Hangout completely.
Okay.
Yeah, is it there?
Yep, it's good.
Okay, excellent. Okay, the diff shows a lot of changes, but actually all the stuff is back in place. And then there's this stuff here. So it kind of looks alright. Okay, so the view is done. Now we go to the show spec view, and I need to add back the stuff, which I have deleted. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff here. Right, let's see. So what have I deleted? I have deleted render. Why did I delete render? Okay, fine. Okay. I have deleted all this stuff here. Okay, so now I've put back the tests, which I have deleted for the stuff for the show view. The test with this edit button and the input box and stuff.
Yeah, since I signed back in, I'm getting a lot of static. I'm gonna refresh and try again. Okay.
Yeah, just hit F5.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I was wondering what that noise was. Okay, so now I can commit two specs for the show view. So let's do that. Okay, slowly getting there. Now I want to commit the controller, events controller, and the spec for it. So we want the events controller, and we want the spec for the events controller, which is somewhere around, where is it? Spec controllers, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. Okay, so we have done the features, the steps. We have done the show view. We have done the specs for the show view. We've done the controller and the controller specs. So the next thing to do is to work with the model. So let's see. Right, we need a model here. All right, we would start with the migration because the model doesn't actually exist at this moment. So I have these two migrations here, which I have done before, and let's just unstage them for the moment. Okay, so let's start with this migration here. So what I did here is I added a video ID and I added a title. Now, I don't really know if we need a title for the video since we do have a title for the event.
You said you already have a title for the Hangout, you said?
We already have a title for the event.
Oh, for the event, okay. Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah.
Or in fact, well, actually, I was thinking that we could have an event scrum, but then we could call the Hangout or the video itself called differently, right?
What would you call the video for the Hangout? Would that be different than the video for the Scrum? Would there be different things?
Well, I mean, if I want to give it a more descriptive title, like the event is the morning Scrum, for example, but the title is like morning Scrum discussing this and that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it doesn't hurt to leave it in there. It's not like we're going to run out of space in the database or anything.
No, not likely.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say sure, leave it in there, and yeah, if we put the capability into the interface later to name the video, then it's already there. It's good.
Okay. Now let's look at the second migration which I've done. Now this has all the stuff which we don't really need. In fact, I get a feeling we don't need this migration at all, because for this model we do have the ID, we have the title, we have the Hangout URL. So we might just as well delete the second migration. Now, all I have to remember now is how to delete a file which was already staged. Let's see. Status. Now commit, amend, add, close, reload. Let's delete. Okay, let's do the old-fashioned way then. Just delete the file. So it's in database, migrate, and it should be in migrations here. Where is it? Ah, that's it. It's always important. So this file here, yeah, I want to delete this. So let's say n delete. Yes, I want to delete it. I want to delete it. Okay, deleted. Now, having done the migration, I will check the class, the model which was created as a result of migration.
Okay.
And that is an app, models, videos. That's it. So this is my model here. So we don't need in, we don't need participants, we don't need this. Now we don't need live, YouTube, we don't need all this stuff here. Okay, so we're just having the update hangout data. Is that right? Are we looking at it? Yeah, it seems so. Okay. So, and here we don't need host, we don't need YouTube ID, we don't need current video. So all we have is title and hangout URL. Ah, wait a second. But I have the status for the progress. Okay, let's just delete that for the moment.
Well, that was stored in the that's stored in the model, right? The status.
It's yeah, basically. My idea is the controller, when it receives the data from the Hangout application, it updates the status of the Hangout in our database. For this moment, because we don't have the code to do this, I'm just always updating it within progress. Without any conditions, just updating it in progress and that's it.
I'm wondering, do we want to keep that? I remember on the mock-up that Sam did, he had a field that showed when it was going to start and then how long it had been in progress.
Yeah.
Do we still have that capability without this status field?
Well, not at the moment, not for the minimum stuff. But the thing is, in my show view, I have a conditional that shows this if the hangout is in progress.
Right, okay.
So if I delete this field now, then I need to alter the show view as well. And I need to alter the specs as well.
Okay.
So I might just leave this field in here.
Yeah, leave it in there.
Just leave it for now. Although we don't need this stuff here. Okay. Okay, now some specs will fail for the model because I actually have quite a few specs. Yes. Okay. Oh, well, we'll fix that. Now, going back to our migration, we need to add back that status field.
Okay.
Which I had deleted.
That was the file you deleted?
Well, I deleted it from here.
Okay.
For the migration. Now this is what's this? Status. Alright, so the next thing would be to go to video specs and clean out all the stuff we don't need. And you see I have quite a few stuff here. So we don't need this live thing, we don't need YouTube, we don't need participants, we don't need... Okay, we need some of this, but we don't need the update participants thing. Okay. So here we want to update the Hangout data. Now we don't need this, and we don't need this. And we don't need this stuff here. Okay. Now, what is it complaining about? It's complaining some syntax error. Line 24, expected n. Oh, unexpected n. Okay. Okay. So let's commit the migration and let's commit the model specs and the model itself. So we need to commit the model spec. We need to commit the migration.
Do you want to test it out in the browser first? Localhost?
Yeah, good idea. Although, I'm kind of thinking that if the tests are passing, it should be working.
Okay.
But let's do it, yeah, let's do it.
You have to db migrate too.
Okay, it is working.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'm just thinking that I have those migrations already in place, and I have done those migrations. So ideally, I should have rolled back before I edited those migrations.
Do you know how to do that?
But the thing is, you know, when it rolls back, it actually looks at your existing migrations, and I have edited them. All right, yeah, I know how to do this. So let me commit this. So added version for Video Stadium, video model, and specs. Oops. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I wanna check out my other branch where I have those migrations in place and do a rollback from there.
Okay.
So, but the thing is, I have quite a lot of files here, so I don't think I can actually do a checkout. Let's see, Hangout full. Eight. Yeah, I can't do that. So, but what I can do, I think I can do a git stash. And that should safety up here. But I have a. I can't get it. Just gonna change. So all the changes I have now, I'm going to commit just to a temporary commit blob, and then check out to another branch and do a rollback. So I have a git start here. Okay, so now I can check out to a Hangout full. Okay, and here, and from here I do break db rollback. I don't remember the syntax for rolling back to migration is, so I'm just gonna do it one after another.
Okay.
So we should roll back adding extra fields. I have this feeling that the Hangout is taking like 95% of my CPU.
Oh, maybe. How many cores do you have?
I'm just gonna check the. Well, I have just one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See the Google Talk plugin? It's like 30% of all the CPU time. Okay, never mind. Now, and I'm going to do another. Let's see. So, I'm going to do another rollback.
Oh, okay. How do you know?
I must say, I've done it a little bit difficult for myself. Pardon?
Oh, how how do you know how many rollbacks you want to do?
Oh, because I know that I have two migrations.
Oh, right. Okay.
The first migration which I deleted completely, and the other migration which I edited. So now I switch back to my branch where I have edited those migrations, and now I'm going to do a migration.
Do you need to do anything?
Correct one.
Like when you did the get stash, you don't need to do anything after that. I've never used get
no,
stash
because
before.
just before. Well, you can use that, but it was a little bit difficult to do the git stash because I have some files which were staged and some untracked. So I decided just to commit everything into a temporary commit.
Okay, I see. Got it. Okay.
And actually, that's a good thing you mentioned it. So now we should uncommit those files. So git reset head -1. I mean, if I show you the git log, you see at the top it says temp.
It's lagging a little bit. Hold on.
We will use a SSH session next time, so you can see my screen directly without the need of all
I see.
video refreshing and stuff.
Okay.
So what I want to do now, I want to reset one commit back.
Okay.
So I do this, and now I go back to my files in place. So if I do git start, I have all these files. And now I do a migration, which is the correct one. What am I doing wrong?
Shouldn't it just be DB migrate? Not migration?
Ah, right, yeah. Okay. I was a bit puzzled here. It's like, what? Okay, that's our table here. So let's go back to Vim. And now I would want to commit the schema file as well, which was changed by the migration. And let's just check what the schema file contains. Now, the schema file for some reason contains all the old files. Old fields, which should be here. Okay. I don't understand. Is it ready to be dumped? Dump schema? Okay. I need some reading. Ah, right. Okay. By the way, have you set up the website one?
I'm sorry, have I set up website one what? What were you asking?
Locally, have you set it up locally?
I have, but I don't think I have the same branch as you. I was asking you about that yesterday. Let's see. I just got the develop branch. But it looks like
All right. Well, let us finish refactoring this, and
yeah.
then you can take this branch.
Okay.
I still don't understand why I have this fields in the reg view, which I shouldn't have. I should have deleted those. Ah, wait, no, this is all the correct one. Set the status from HTML. Oh no, this is fine.
Oh, right. Created at and updated at are both default. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it is updated.
Good.
Okay, so I'm gonna add this file to the last minute. Okay, we're slowly getting there. Right, let's see. What are these files here? Let's see what this project JS adopted. Ah, right. I've connected this up. Now, this goes here. As far as I understand, the shared code to render the Hangout buttons for all the different places, like events, projects.
Okay.
So, I'm going to put it back.
Okay.
But I don't want it to interfere with my Hangout button, which is a little bit different. Because mine is taking other parameters. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this generic code. I mean, this code which is shared across different views is using the HOA placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a different placeholder.
Okay.
So if we go to the, okay, this is the spec and in the spec. Right, so if we go to the shared thing here, I'm going to rename this. Well, let's rename it to say live. Now we need to change this here to live. And now I wonder if any of the specs will fail here. Because I'm sure some of the specs I'm changing that the section is rendered by looking up the div with this name.
Okay, let's see.
Ah. Yes, so the test is done.
Yep.
Okay, we have all sorts of failures. Um, so let's go fix them. Okay, this is my test here. We have failure in action mutant error undefined method live. And that is very true because I have deleted that method.
Oh.
Now, where am I using that? I think I'm using it here. Yeah. Render the Hangout URL if it is live. Now, live.
Do we need to put that method back in?
I remember. This is all the question about if the Hangout has finished already, there's no point rendering the button or rendering the link.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm just thinking, I left started because I started.
Oh, you have a different method?
Well, remember I left that status field in this. In the model? I'll show you. Video. So I left that status field in place. Alright, we don't need it anymore. Because I'm returning true whenever we do you have a Hangout URL?
But if the Hangout is finished, then this will still return true, right?
Yeah, well, that's something for the future. Okay, so the specs have the specs. Let's check again.
I'm so confused. Why? I guess I'm wondering how was live implemented previously when that function existed, and why don't you want to put it back? Well, that's good. Those all passed.
Oh, I will later, but for this minute,
okay.
I'm removing it.
Okay.
And it wasn't really functioning properly. I just put a stub, which was returning true always, basically.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so this is fixed.
Yeah.
And I've returned the project.js file so the state it was before. Although I still don't have the Hangout button being rendered from the project storage. Wonder why. Okay, let's deal with it later. Okay, what else? Now let's see what changes. That's it. That's another piece of code which I commented out in project. So let's uncomment this. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'll answer the phone.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
John?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, I've completely forgotten that I have to take my kid to the doctor today.
Okay. Well, have a good time.
Like now. But I will be back in about an hour and a half, and I will be carrying on, so if you're around.
Okay.
Well, I'll post the link, and if you feel like it, just join it.
Okay, great. Okay.
Alright, see you around.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Что мы хорошего?